musical and making a holiday weekend. And of course there's Christkindlmarket, which is like the biggest Christmas market in the area. It's so nice. Chicago over the holidays is my favorite place to go. Even since I was a child, every year that I lived in the country, I went to Chicago over the month of December because there's so many beautiful things. It's such a beautiful time of the city, and a lot of people don't think to come here because it is cold, and it is cold. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite things to do here in Chicago in December, gearing up for the holidays. There's a lot, and there's a lot of beauty, so let's go explore.
Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now, 'cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way, I need to say anything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to say anything. When you call up, I get thought up like I'm being alright. I get nervous on the surface, ain't it James Dean type? We're just cooped up in a cruiser on a Friday night. We could let it.
A lot of tourists know this, but there's a pedway in Chicago, which is an underground walkway. I will say it is a bit of a challenge because you're underground, you don't have the landmarks, but once you get the hang of it, it's so nice, and it makes being in winter in Chicago so much nicer. Having said that, that's more in the loop. We're here at Millenium Park. We're gonna go check out the Bean, we've got to, and the tree as well. While we walk to the Bean, I'll tell you a little bit about this weekend. It's just kind of for fun. Ben needs to set up some things for his work, and we've also have tickets to a musical. I feel like that's very Christmas, to go see a Christmas musical, whether it's here in your own hometown, New York, wherever. So we're here seeing Elf the Musical and then making a holiday weekend. And of course, there's Christkindlmarket, which is like the biggest Christmas market in the area. It's so nice. Of course, it's a big city, it's Chicago, so there's so much to do. There's Christkindlmarket, there's ice skating at the Bean, which I'll show you shortly. A billion trees, it's just beautiful. I love being here. I want to move back. I really want to move back. Being here makes me want to move back. Maybe I should move back. I need to convince Ben. Also, we need a job in Chicago, don't we? I'm gonna work on that. Anyways, let's go check out the Bean and the ice skating and the tree.
Why'd you say I quit being overthinking about everything? Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now, 'cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way, I need to say anything.
I just love being back. I feel like I'm most myself when I'm in Chicago, and maybe I'm chasing something I can never have again, but I just love it. Anyways, let's go see the tree. We should probably come back when it's darker too, just briefly, don't you think? And then we're gonna go check out Cindy's Athletic Center. I've definitely taken you here before, but I go every time. It's super touristy. I don't care. It's beautiful. I went there even when I lived here. I love it.
No cliche, but either way, I need to say anything. Quit being overthinking about everything. Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now, 'cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way, I need to say anything.
I got you on my wish list, boy. The night is so come hit this. I got you something you like, joy. I'll give you it this pure bliss. Not gonna be a silent night, so baby don't you forfeit. I'll take you on this joyous ride, and now you'll never forget. So let me be a miracle, 'cause I'ma be a miracle. Good loving consistency, say you'll give me all of the reason. And if you pull
gonna go to Christkindlmarket, which is a wonderful Christmas market here in Chicago. I've gone every time I'm in town, but they introduced new capacity limits, like very strict capacity limits, and the line is crazy, as in it weaves. It goes all around Chicago blocks and then weaves more. So we're gonna go try and come back later when the line is hopefully less. It's crazy. Let me show you some of this line. This is the back side of the line, mind you. It goes all the way on the other side of the block and weaves again.
So baby, don't you forfeit. I'll take you on this joyous ride, and now you'll never forget. So let me be a miracle, 'cause I'ma be a miracle. So let me be a miracle.
Christkindlmarket was a fail for now. We're gonna try again, but if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We'll see. So we're gonna go to the Field Museum, one of my favorite museums here in Chicago. We're on the museum campus. Shed Aquarium is that way, planetarium, Museum of Science and Industry, not quite on the campus, but it's just a great place. The Field Museum has Sue, which I don't know if it still holds the title, but it was the most complete T-Rex skeleton. It's very famous. Again, not sure if it still is, but it's just a great museum. Absolutely love it. And then once we hit that, the only two major museums Ben has yet to see is the planetarium and the Art Institute, which is a major player. Great museum as well. I don't know if there's any Christmas stuff at the Field Museum, but I feel like going to a museum is such a delightful holiday event, activity.
The dog was wearing shoes.
We just saw a dog wearing a sweater and shoes. Anyways, it's great. Let's go.
I don't wanna call you later. You're tearing my heart up like it's paper, and somehow you turn to a stranger. We used to work, now I'm trying to make sure that we're both on the same page. I don't want it to complicate. I know you're riding away. Is there room for us both on the same wave? Nothing breaks so clearly when there's love on the line. My best friend told me someone that I don't even like. There's nothing left to fix if you don't want me to try. Oh, why would I, when you were barely even mine? Oh, why would I should have known from the start that you were a waste of an open bar tab, wiping my feet on the doormat. There's so much of you that I just can't leave. Yeah, nothing
The line has barely let up. It's a little shorter than before, but in the end, guys, it's just a Christmas market, so I'm not going in. But it's fun if you get the chance and it's not crazy. It is a nice Christmas market. I've gone every year since I was a kid, aside from the years that I was not in the country for Christmas, obviously. First year I can't. I'm so sad. It's okay. There you go. There's also another one in Wrigleyville, but we don't have time to do that today because we're seeing Elf the Musical. Otherwise, we would just go up to Wrigleyville. But sad.
On a second thought, babe, I'll stay in mine. I wanna give you the take. There ain't no fixing the break. Nothing left I could say. I